What's up, family? You thought I was gonna switch the intro. Nope. What's good, you guys? It's Lifestyle from LifeStyleDidIt.com. And in today's video, we're gonna have a bit of fun. We're going to be doing something I like to do, especially something I really like to do when I first started and wanted to figure out how many melodies is too many melodies. And I feel like this is a question asked by so many producers, and it's something that I struggled with when I first started. Especially, I would overdo melodies, and then when I would play it to rappers in the studio, they would navigate more towards a different beat I showed them, and I would sit there like, man, this beat's fire, and they wouldn't really feel the same way. And I'm like, all right, let me see. So I would start to take out a few things from the beat, and then they would like it, or they would say they like the drums, but it's too busy with the melodies. And I'm like, man, I gotta fix this. So what I started doing was taking acapellas and putting it on my beat back in the day, and I would figure out and take away melodies and add melodies and see if there was a rapper or a singer on this beat, what would be the proper amount of melodies. And it kind of starts to train your ear and your brain. So I went on Splice and I got a vocal and I threw it on one of my beats. And today I'm going to show you guys exactly how this works. You can get acapellas from YouTube, or you can go on Splice or any other sites that kind of have vocal samples, and you can get the key signature, which is cool if it's singing, and just drop it in your beat, line it up, and it'll work out. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean with this beat. All right, so for instance, I just took these vocal chops and I chopped it up and created this. So the beat was already finished and I just threw vocals on and it already worked. So this is from all the practicing I've done, but I'm going to show you what would be the way to practice this trick. So if I press play, like I said, this is just a beat with the vocals on top of it, and it already sounds really good.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me.
I got the Ty Dolla $ign placement.
I've been going all day, working all night.
Right? Like I said, this is a vocal off Splice, but it works perfect with this beat. And now what this allows me to do is take these and figure out, like, around the beat what sounds good, right? So I can definitely solo certain things. I could take out these drums and really see if these melodies and bass lines would fit with a vocal.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me good, yeah, talk to me nice. I've been going all day, working all night.
So I already know that sounds pretty good, right? But let's say that we didn't have these vocals put in. And like I said, you can get vocals from many different places and really figure out what you like. But let's say we were just creating the beat. So I'm going to act as if I was creating the beat and I have no reference point. So I'm just going to keep adding melodies that I think sound good to this. We're still liking it, so we keep going. We're adding more melodies to our beat, and we're never really knowing how many melodies is too many melodies, right? So we're like, all right, cool, this piano sounds dope. Let's add this piano in now. So this all sounds really good, right? And we could keep going. No matter how many melodies we add, it's going to sound good. But now let's bring that vocal back in.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah.
And if we had the drums in,
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me good, yeah, talk to me now.
the beat sounded good, but the vocal does not sound good with this now. So let's do this before and after, okay? Let's listen to it if we were to keep adding melodies and we had kind of no idea how a vocal would sound on this.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me good, yeah, talk to me nice. I've been going all day, working all night.
Okay, now let's take them out.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah.
Listen to how much better this sounds without these millions of melodies. Not that you can't add a lot of melodies to your beat, but you really have to think if a vocal can fit, because listen to that vocal. It's a melody in its own. There's so much going on with this vocal, and there's so many key points to it that when we add all these melodies in, it takes it away.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah. Talk
Nice
to
and
me
open.
good,
Lets a
talk
lot of
to
room
me
for the
nice.
artist.
I've been going all day, working all night. You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down.
Too cluttered. It completely took away really from the whole vibe of the beat, to be honest. Even if we go over here to this part, right, this part's even more open. But if we fill this up with a vocal and then more melodies, check this out.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me good.
Like, it's all in key, it sounds right, but it's just too much going on. So really what I like to do is take this vocal, right, and come in here. Let's say we split this, right, and just listen to different melodies and see what sounds good with this vocal.
You know how I like to do when the lights go.
So let's say we took these two out. You know, can this melody sound good?
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down.
I personally don't think that one sounds too good with it. Let's see this one.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down, down. Oh yeah, talk to me.
That's
good,
not
yeah,
bad.
Talk to me now.
Still leaves room. Let's see about this other one.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down.
I like that one the
Oh,
best.
yeah. Talk to me good, yeah, talk to me.
So this one could be used, right? Let's say we turn it down a tiny bit
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down.
and we put in all the drums.
You know how I like to do when the lights go down, down.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah, talk to me good, yeah. You know how I
But these other two were a bit too much. So now another thing we could do is if we said this was our whole beat, right, and we didn't have the vocals and this is sounding cool, that sounds good to us. But once you add the vocal in, it's gonna let you know these two didn't really sound too good. They kind of clashed a bit. So we could take those out. You don't have to follow this. This isn't like some rule. This doesn't mean you can't add a million melodies, but what this is doing is letting you hear maybe what an artist would have envisioned over this beat, but when you added all those melodies, they wouldn't be able to envision this part, right? So once you have this part in there, you could take it out after you have this vocal in. It just kind of lets you know how many melodies is too much, how many melodies you should have in the beat, what melodies sound good in the beat, and it gives you more ideas and a more like open picture of like, can this beat sell? Can this beat be a hit? Can this beat have a hook on it? You know, it just lets you see the full picture instead of just imagining a vocal and maybe that vocal doesn't work. So this is a cool trick I like to do. And like I said, this last melody we added, it ended up working, but the other two didn't. So it kind of let me know if I continued with my melodies, those two probably shouldn't have been in that section of the beat or when a vocal's in that beat. So I really hope this video helped you. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. When I stumbled across this beat I made, when I added this vocal, I knew this was the beat I wanted to use for this tutorial. I wish I could find the dude that made these vocals on Splice because I would love to have him actually sing on this beat. It'd be crazy. But if you guys did like this video, leave a thumbs up. You guys can follow me on all social medias at LifeStyleDidIt. We hit 10K on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. I finally got the swipe up feature. I've been waiting for that. I'm going crazy with it now. Other than that, subscribe to your boy. Push notifications because YouTube's playing with showing videos.